Just like the king of New York said, my feelings are dead. Bitch.
Riding through your city like the motherfucker mine, or talking on that semi-rubber motherfucker blind. Like this places wipe me down. Come from 1989, but the nigga sit so pretty. What's your motherfucking fine? That's your motherfucking mind. What's on your mind? Jeez. Oh, you can live forever like. And enough of that shit. Say something, don't come me back. Yo, that motherfucking song gets me gassed. Yo, hey, that ASAP Rocky shit. We're here talking about ASAP Rocky, this motherfucker. Talk about his brand new album, Long.Live.Asap. But yeah, so let's get into that shit and review that shit. So, Mr. Man there called the ASAP Rocky dropped his album last week, Long.Live.Asap. So I'm just putting up the track or the album on my fucking iPhone. Yeah, Long.Live.Asap fucking leaked a few months ago. So obviously he's a bit skeptical to release the shit because thinking that it ain't gonna sell well. Could like fucking leaked months ago, but in fact he still sold 140k first week, which is fucking, yeah, it's still commendable. Yeah, it hit number one, 140,000 copies. Yeah, it ain't probably what the record label's looking for, or everyone else looking for, but at the end of the day, still number one. Number one's number one. And the fact that it leaked, yeah, give him his props. But to be honest, it's more about, let's talk about the actual album itself. And the album itself is just fucking ill. To be honest, my feelings on ASAP is like, he's a young kid, yeah, but it seems like he was born in the wrong time. He seems like a 90s artist. He seems like that old school shit. His verses, his style, his whole cohesiveness of the album, and just how he comes across, his features, who he wants to work with, like just everything about him seems very old school to me, which in a good way as well. Like Drake, very new school. Big Sean's very new school. Who else? You got fucking, yeah, just everyone really. Like everyone coming out now is new school, whereas he just seems very like old in his ways. Like to me, the album reminds me, the sound reminds me of fucking like the NWA type, old school Tupac type kind of beats and the vibe and how it sounds and how it comes across. It just reminds me when I was younger, like listening to fucking hip hop music. It doesn't have no fucking 2012 sound on it at all to me, or 2013 sound. The only thing that I would say sounds like up to date would fucking be fucking Problems. And excuse my French, or excuse my British, but yeah, it has to be fucking Problems. And yeah, fucking Problems is a dope track. Like everyone's first one that's ill. Just everyone from fucking Drake to Kendrick to fucking 2 Chainz little bits in it, and fucking just ASAP as it is. It's just dope, but the whole rest of the album is just fucking just got an old school vibe to it. Goldie, like the videos, like his videos, let's say it's very like 1989 type shit, NWA type shit, that fucking Eazy-E type fucking wearing shit, looking like some fucking pimp or something like.
Hey yo, doctor, here's another proper track in this fact. Watch the sniper, time to pay the piper. Yeah. And let that real stuff evoke. See, you so wanna be low, and you'll get smoked. And I hope that the fans understand when you're talking about playing me. The same records that you're making is paying me. Brother, Drake, brother, Snoop, brother, Death Row. Yo, and here comes my left blow.
And even he said that his videos are very much like that old school type thing. And yeah, that's the vibe that I get from it. So yeah, Long.Live.Asap. the fucking track itself is just, it starts off with Long.Live.Asap. Long.Live.Asap is a fucking dope opener to the album. It just hits hard, dope sound to it. Video is ill as well. It's just yeah, got a nice little vibe to that start of the album.
I thought I'd probably die in prison. Expensive tapes and women. Ain't had no pot to get in. Now my kitchen full of dishes. Bloody from that, yo, that dick shit. Then you see me pimping when we come through supervision.
Got Goldie. Obviously, Pussy Money Weed is just like, yeah, it's the next one. I just think it's sick. Pussy Money Weed. Actually, let me pull out this thing. Look at the features. Who's on this shit? So yeah, obviously Pussy Money Weed with fucking Schoolboy Q. This is nigga from day. Everyone knows if you're gonna talk ASAP Rocky, you gotta talk Schoolboy Q. They're just like joint at the hip. They're just them two are just doing their thing, and that's the next classic right there.
Yo, Q, you about to smoke your fingers off, nigga.
Yeah, that's why I got this nail. See, I can
Yo,
go
look at
ham.
this fucking nail right here, bruh.
You see that? I can go ham. I can hold that. I can smoke that motherfucker to his nothing.
Yo, bro, you can't even stick your thumb in no bitch booty.
Everything LW Hell with Santiago just yeah, she ain't really heard from her for a while, but I think her kind of comeback on the ASAP Rocky album, yeah, that was kind of cool. The track I like as well, I think it's really sick. Too many tracks I like. One Train with Kendrick, fucking Joey Badass and Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf done his thing. Danny Brown is sick. Like those type of tracks there, it just might some old school shit, because I say it don't sound new. It sounds very old school in a good way. You got Nas a few years back saying that hip hop's dead.
You know, every kind of music gets stagnant every once in a while, and then it comes to a point where it needs to be re-energized. That just happens with the game often. And all kinds of rap is like out right now that I'm digging, but at the same time, you know, it kind of has its ups and down moments. I think Ice Cube said that one time. It has like so many ups and downs in it. So at this point of it, I've seen so many of the purists who really love it turn to struggling artists because they're not benefiting, whereas dudes that ain't got no talent is benefiting, you know what I'm saying? So it's just definitely a period where it's been dead. I'm just bold enough to say it.
And then you got a track, an album like this where it's very much Nas, fucking old Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, but to be honest, more early 90s sounding. Like that track there, One Train, reminds me very like of a early type hip hop shit. And when I'm saying that he's very old school, I have to say the same for Kendrick. That's why them two really mesh well together, because Kendrick's the same. Kendrick's very old school as well, very West Coast old school too, like fucking Dr. Dre type shit from back in the day. Fashion Killer's the next track, which is sick. You know the track I really like, Ghetto Symphony. Oh, that track's sick. Ghetto Symphony with fucking Gunplay and ASAP Ferg, like that track's, it just feel, there's a verse in it, something like, what do you say? Yeah, my mouth be full of gold. See that shit there? See that shit there? Yeah, my mouth be full of gold. And gold at the back of the tooth. Yeah, my mouth is full of gold, cause I'm a city boy. And then he says, and my clothes be in the Vogue, cause I'm a pretty boy. That's his line in it. I be that pretty motherfucker. Like, that's just his thing. He always said, like, in his early interviews, he's a pretty motherfucker, even though, like, that's just his, I don't know if the girls fucking agree with that or not, but to him, he just got that confidence. I'm a pretty motherfucker. And all these tracks, it's his, I'm a pretty motherfucker. That's just how he comes across, innit?
I be that pretty motherfucker. Follows what I'm rapping. Tell my niggas with the picture. We gon' make it in a second. Never disrespected. Plus I'm well connected with this dope that I imported. This reported and the president.
But yeah, Ghetto Symphony is sick. It's not a strange feature, but a feature I wasn't really expecting was done with Florence Welch from Big Up from the UK. Well, yeah, she's even from the UK. What part of the UK? Yeah, it's from the UK. But big her up. Like she's on the track with Like I'm Apart, which is probably my least favourite song on the album, only because I don't mind them type of songs. Like if you're gonna do a song like that, you got to do it like fucking Pink and T.I.'s track. Now that's a killer. You're gonna do a track like that with those type of artists. A track like Pink and T.I. is sick, but this one is too much of. It's not pop, but what do you call it? Yeah, you call it pop, whatever. But it was spending too much time on her chorus part. Like I'm just waiting for the hip hop bit to come in. Like when I'm waiting too long, then I get a bit frustrated because this is a hip hop album and I want to hear hip hop. I don't really want to be hearing pop shit. So when you're gonna do those features, it's cool. Everyone does them and they're good. When you get someone like, I already said Pink, who else? Christina Aguilera or those type of people to come on your tracks. Like it's cool, but like don't dwell on that fucking genre too much. You gotta keep it to the hip hop side. But yeah, that's the only thing about that track. Also, is the next sick track. Video is sick as well. All these videos are sick as well. Like this guy's got a creative thing about him. He's creative. He's very, again, like Kanye West. Like Kanye West came out very creative with the fashion and shit. And he's the next one, right? But Kanye took it to a level, but ASAP takes it to a next level. Like there's certain things you might see Kanye in some leather trousers and shit, or wearing a kilt kind of thing on tour, but Kanye kind of had it swagged out to the fact that it don't look too crazy, whereas ASAP don't give a fuck. Like to him, I'm wearing this shit. If I'm gonna wear a fucking dress on 106 on Park, I'm gonna wear a dress on 106 on Park. That's what he's about. He don't really give a fuck.
You know what? I think one thing that kind of adds to it, you got a lot of style, ASAP.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
I mean,
what I'm saying? I think that kind of, you just done threw on the scarf with
Thank
that,
you.
with some Timbs.
You don't look too bad yourself. Thank you, babe.
Why, thanks.
But his type of fashion sense and his creativity is fucking definitely evident in all his videos, and it's definitely evident on the album. But to me, this album is like, maybe it's a good idea that he put out in 2013, and I'll tell you why. Because hearing this album, I'm like, if he put this shit out in the end of 2012 like he was supposed to, then it could have been a real fucking problem for, fucking problem, excuse the pun, but it could have been a real fucking problem for all those people who dropped albums in 2012. I'm talking the Meek Mills, I'm talking the Kendricks, I'm talking The Game, I'm talking everybody, because this album for me could have been the best album of last year. So I say it's a good thing you put it out in 2013, because it now gives everyone a chance who dropped their albums this year to listen to this and be like, ah, shit, we got a problem on our hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to up my game, or I got to change my shit, because this album like is crazy, like from fucking start to end. It's just gas. I've had this album on for fucking, like, obviously when Kendrick dropped, Kendrick was just on heavy rotation in the whip, in the crib, like in the ears on the train, everywhere Kendrick was. But then that's now, he just got pushed to the side. But ASAP, like ASAP just came out with fucking Long.Live.Asap. It's just like, it's a next feeling. Like Kendrick's having you feeling a certain type of way, but it feels like ASAP just took it to another level. He definitely took it to another level with this album, Long.Live.Asap. I think he took his time, grafted it. It's been molded by the right people. He's got good affiliations with like good people like Swiss Beats and just really everyone in the game. Like he type of Kendrick, he type of so many people, and his features are good. Like even the track with Gucci Mane, I like that track with Waka and that. Like you could tell these are the kind of people he wants to work with. He ain't got like no big 50 or no big Jay-Z or no big Kanye. He's got a track with all the new cats, Danny Brown, Yellow Wolf, Joey, fucking Kendrick, which is good because it seems like, you know, he's not just yeah, I'm dropping my thing and this is me. He's kind of keeping the newer people on it as well, bringing them along. Then you got people like Santiago, then you got people like Florence, but it's kind of a mixed bag. You only, as I say, then you got the fucking clique of Gucci and Rocka, and it's like, yeah, it's just that's what he likes, that's who he listens to. And obviously, when you mentioned Drake's a big hip hop star, everyone knows that. And then the other thing I was gonna say, yeah, when I heard Gunplay was on it, I was thinking, Gunplay, like, couldn't you fucking got Meek or fucking Rick Ross? But to be fair, that track is sick. Like, I like that track. And Gunplay done well. Like I like that track. That's one of my favorites. Like, Get a Symphony is just sick. So the whole album cohesively goes into each other, like track after track after track. You get some albums that don't flow. This album flows, like from track one to fucking the end. Like it's sick. So I recommend you get it, and I recommend, trust me, that this album should be doing some good numbers over this year. Yeah, it debuted at 140k, but that's only because it leaked. So if you ain't bought it, you need to buy that, because this is an album worthy to be hitting gold soon, which it should do. If you've done 140k first week, yeah, gold is only like a few weeks away, but to hit platinum these days are kind of hard. But for new artists, you need to be hitting platinum, because the album just deserves it. And then also, because the record company puts up money behind him, he got one of them kind of 50 cent deals that people just don't get. Like, he got that shit. So yeah, that's my review on this album. Yeah, watch the videos, fucking buy the shit, rock to the shit, rock to that fucking Live.Asap, rocky life, yeah, and be that pretty motherfucker. Saysign.com.
For their recognition, and nah, I ain't making any records dissing, but don't believe me, go and get a comp or listen. You'll see there is no competition. Too.